People vanish in forests every year. No trail. No sound. No reason. Some say the forest watches. But what if it waits? In myths and folklore, the dark forest is where the known world ends. What if the path itself is a trap? What if the forest has always been waiting? Across cultures, across centuries, the dark forest marks the edge of the known world, the line where safety ends and something older begins. In the tales collected by the Brothers Grimm, children are led into the trees and never return the same. Hansel and Gretel follow a trail of crumbs into hunger and horror. Red Riding Hood strays from the path and finds not a grandmother, but a wolf in disguise. These aren't just cautionary tales. They're maps of the human psyche. The forest isn't merely scenery, it's a test. A crucible. In stories, we enter it not to be entertained, but to be transformed. In Jungian psychology, the forest represents the unconscious, wild, mysterious, filled with buried fears. To wander into the woods is to confront the unknown within. Dante's Inferno begins with a single, trembling line. Midway upon the journey of our life, I found myself within a dark forest. Heroes cross into the trees to face the unknown. Not just dragons or beasts, but their own shadows. And like all true journeys, not all who enter return. Witches don't live in stone houses or city streets. They dwell where the light is filtered and green, where paths twist and disappear, where no one can hear you scream. In medieval Europe, women who lived close to the forest, herbalists, midwives, the wild and wise, were branded as witches. They were feared not for their evil, but for their independence, for their knowledge, for their refusal to obey. And so the forest became their domain, a place of danger and power. And then there are the wolves. In Norse myth, the monstrous Fenrir is bound in a forest until the end of the world. In France, the beast of Gévaudan, part wolf, part nightmare, stalked the countryside in the 18th century, attacking over 200 people. It always vanished into the woods. Legends of werewolves often begin with isolation, with moonlight on bark, with a howl that sounds too human. In modern times, sightings of wolf-like humanoids still emerge. The Beast of Bray Road in Wisconsin, the Dogman of Michigan, always seen near forests, always fleeting. What hides in the trees often has claws. Every year, experienced hikers and children vanish in forests under strange circumstances. Not in the past, but now. In 2019, a 3-year-old boy disappeared from his grandmother's yard in North Carolina, near the edge of a wooded area. He was found 3 days later, deep in the forest, alive, cold, and telling a story no one could explain. He said a bear had kept him safe. In Oregon, a 7-year-old girl vanished while walking just a few steps ahead of her parents on a familiar trail. No sounds. No tracks. She was found 2 days later in a dense part of the forest, far beyond where a child her age could realistically reach, with no injuries, no explanation, and no memory. A park ranger in California once spoke of a case where a man's body was found sitting upright against a tree, legs crossed, hands folded in his lap. He was missing for weeks, yet his clothes were spotless. His boots were clean. There were no signs of trauma. Some disappear without a trace. Others return with no memory. And the deeper you look into the forest silence, the more it begins to feel deliberate. Around the world, forests carry the same echo. A sense that something ancient still lives there. In Haitian folklore, the forest is where the dead are raised. Not from graveyards, but through rituals passed down in shadow. In Japan, Aokigahara, the sea of trees, is so quiet it swallows sound. Locals say the spirits of the lost still drift among the cedars. In South America, the Mapinguari, a one-eyed beast with backward feet, is said to guard sacred rainforest land. And in Aboriginal Australia, the Yara-ma-yha-who, a red-skinned creature that drops from fig trees, drains the life from those who rest beneath the branches. Different names, different trees, but the warning is the same. The forest is not just alive. It remembers. The forest is older than memory. It sees without eyes. And it waits. It is the boundary between worlds, the known and the unknown, the self and the shadow. So when the light begins to fade and the branches close in around you, ask yourself, do you still know the way back? Or are you exactly where it wants you to be? If you enjoy wandering through forgotten legends and shadowed truths, subscribe to Myths After Midnight, where we explore haunted legends, lost places, and the monsters hiding in folklore. And remember, some paths are made to be followed, but others were made to trap.